can maybe bring it back in favor of his team. He's got the AWP in hand and looking for another shot in. Bit of a shoulder peek coming out. 20 seconds left, though. And now he's going to get snuck up in. Glaive, really good movement coming out. But down to the B bomb side, it's Config defending against the bomb. Device, if he goes down, the round might be lost. And I think he just realized, going to connect with the spray. 10 seconds left, and Sipnix somehow gets the kill.
This is wild. How are they doing this? Astralis, like they get control of that A site, and then they're already rotating that bomb down. This is the problem with playing so passively, is that you're really not giving yourself a whole lot of time to play with. Now it's Tensky and Dupree, 1v1. Tensky just gonna stick it. Dupree charging forward, he's just barely gonna make it in time. And the steps that pulls Tensky off of that bomb defuse. So now he actually has to go and fight Dupree. Will get the spot. Makes it perfectly clear that he knows where Dupree is coming from, and Dupree now the one dancing on the edge. Tensky trying to pull a faster on with the USP, and he's gonna get it. He has enough time for the defuse as well with that kit. Lives with 6 HP, and those guys are like on the other side of the hall, and I can hear him shouting from here. So Dignitas pumped. That's another clutch for them.
Tensky actually had the AK, and he just never realized.
But they've got control of stores. Just going to be going straight up short, and it's on Tensky and Config now to hold. Config did a lot of damage in the last round, and he continues to do so here. He takes down Dupree. Tensky on the side is going to spot the wrap from Kerrigan, but it is still a 3-on-3 somehow. Astralis are finding these trade kills, and they will get a bomb plant.
Oh, how did Device get that kill on Tensky? Cajun was scoped up there, so he got the instant return, but that looked a bit ridiculous now. The bomb is planted a little bit further back than you normally would, so that's going to really help out Astralis. Again, not really a standard plant, and I absolutely love that. That smoke is going to help out a little bit. And Sip now hiding in the corner. They're going to boost on top to see if they can maybe spot it. Glaive is in a great position. He jumps and gets the kill on Rubino. And now all on Cajun. And this is not easy. He has got the kid. He's going to hold it down. He's actually got his back turned. He's just going to commit to it. And it will be Glaive the stand-in, picking up a triple kill here and making it 8 rounds for Astralis. Very good job indeed. And speaking of Glaive, overall, doing a pretty good job. 11 kills on him. Device on the top, which is what we like to see. But the fact that Glaive is doing fairly well right now is a much quicker round coming out of Dignitas. Device and Sipnix, though, are in good position to try and deal with this.
If they lose this round, Dignitas, they're going to be so frustrated just because they literally went for that. They're like, right, enough of the sitting around and waiting. Charge at them, take the fight to them, look for the headshots. If you've gone through all of your options and then this one fails you, it's going to be looking grim. But Cajun B's there to open things up. He takes down Zipnix. Device still crouching on the site, though, has a chance to step in here and actually have an impact, but he gets forced off the angle. He decides to give it up, and that bomb is going to get planted. They line up for Device, but he misses the second kill, and it's all on Kerrigan now, 1v2.
Oh man, what a round already now. Kerrigan here, he's got a smoke. He's going to put it close to try and fake them out. He's got the AWPs. That smoke is going to do a lot for him. They have to go and peek him now every once in a while. A Molotov also coming in. He's up on top of the box. He's going to get the first kill. Config reveals himself, and there it is. Kerrigan clutching it. Oh, this man has had so many rounds in his life where it gets so close, and this is one of the few times he actually does it. And that was masterful play. He uses the smoke, and that forces them to go and peek. He picks them off, and I think if it's going to pay off or not. They could still get hit pretty badly. There are 2 smokes coming in, so we'll see if the 3 members of Dignitas in sight here are actually going to have any opening to get some of those shots in. And Tensky, you could see, he's in a good position so far. No smokes are covering him. He should be able to maybe pick up a kill or 2 here. MSL, though, is isolated in the corner, and so is Config. They're both going to go down, and the 3rd kill coming through. Dupree, all 3 headshots, and now Cajun finally replying against his former teammates. He takes 2. Rubino takes 1 more, and it's a 2-on-2 with a bomb down. What an incredible pistol round already here. Device and Glaive gonna have to try and see if they can hold on and prevent the defuse. There is no kit right now. I don't think there's one on the ground either. Dignitas, they're going to have to do this by the pistols, essentially. And Cajun already spotting out 1.
This is nuts. The aggression coming in for Dupree. There's the pick from Rubino, though. He hears Glaive coming, but they have no idea the Device is about to spring the trap from CT, and he gets both headshots. Nothing but headshots for Astralis in the end. A beautiful knife there for Device, but more importantly, the pistol round picked up for Astralis. It actually works, even though Cajun B did his damnedest there to bring it back for Dignitas.
That was intense, because...
Except by you, Henry. As Flush awaits MP9 behind the smoke. Waiting for a push through, in fact, getting impatient. He's going to go for it himself. Sprays in, can't find. That's going to give away his position and the MP9 up close, but no one gets aggressive against it with just the pistols and only the 2 AKs. They can't afford to do so. Flusher doesn't spot them. It drops anyway. He should know that he's rotated back up that ramp, but he's got over to Goose undetected. And this could be the next best position for this MP9 if they don't flush him out, because if they go for a default cat plant, well, guess what's there to deny it? Best possible position to do so. Utility spent, Execution coming in. Flush is going to flash himself back into the play with JW's call, but missed shot from JW. AZ finds the kill, the drop down. That's going to take down the MP9 as well, as the Tech-9 just absolutely wrecks them on the A site. Dennis left 1 versus 5.
You see how much more beneficial that AXQ is when you have flashbangs available. It just takes that split second away for the upper has to take his vision off the catwalk area. They drop a player down, pins to the site, and the CT's had no response for that. That's how you should be doing it. That's what we lacked from Fnatic when they were trying to attack it themselves. But FaZe do it with just 2 weapons and 3 pistols there. That's pretty impressive. Keeping 4 players alive for now. Dennis
already on the B site. There is a bit of a stack from Fnatic. Crims, Olaf, and Dennis. And we know stacks from Fnatic are often successful, but it's Jacob instead. He goes down to the nade. So 2 in and 2 out from Fnatic's perspective in that B site, and the bomb is inside of the smoke. Fox, he wants to try and grab this, but Dennis is going to push beyond it. CZ75, what a huge kill, but Fox, he's able to pull it back with the P250. Oh, a hero-style play from Dennis.
I'm wincing at every kill here, but 2-on-2, JW and lower B. What can he do with this?
Good positioning, but AZ knows the timing. They have to consider this as a possibility, but so too have to consider CT. Fox finds Flusha. It's all down to JW up the stairwell. CZ75 spots the shoulder. AZ sees him in return, but he gets the shot onto Fox. And all he has to do now is stay alive to draw this on. That allows AZ to grab bomb, this freedom of space, and he's going to go for a plant behind double stack right now, which leaves him in a position where the AK has a vulnerable angle on him, spots him up, flays through the smoke, and JW's going to keep Fnatic alive.
2 versus 1. CZ and lower B. Fox just gets caught with his pants down there, and it's going to be Fnatic staying alive for at least 1 more. The money won't be great going forward, but that's a huge round for them to pick up, obviously, as
both that and catwalk. As AZ sprays through smoke to try and clear that out. The Safari Mesh, still the ugliest AK in the game. 2 on top of the site as well, because they haven't gone for flush it down at CT spawn for drop. They're going to get aggressive with him instead. Goes beyond barrel even. He's out toward the wicker baskets at quad, and Crims is going with him. So a double face, looking for the headshot, can't find it. Crims will drop. That's going to force flush it back inside of the site and a flash to ensure it. All it really does is to serve and buy space for FaZe because they can't really approach on it, but this position from Olaf is so strong. Fox slow peek, down he goes. Kiyoshima able to shuffle over far enough that he's not spotted on the re-peek though, and Dennis now has to get aggressive in toward the closet. It works. He finds one, but there's no one else there to support him off, so it's a one-on-one duel. Kiyoshima's gonna win that, and AZ at mid will close the round with 3, and FaZe now only 2 rounds to find.
just what they needed. It was looking a little bit scary at one point, but that's a huge round. And what was good about that as well, Olaf Meister towards that back B side. It's very rare to see a player like him get that first kill and get it answered back straight away by someone like Kiyoshima. Like, that's a great shot from
He should be able to at least make a difference right now, although because the bomb is not down, they're not fully focused on the site, and now that position has been revealed. That also means they know there's only 2 people left inside the bomb site. So if they try and plant, this is kind of what happens. They're going to charge in. Hazed picks another kill, making it a triple. It's still a 2-on-2. The bomb plant is still not happening, and Hazed, he's starting to miss shot. He's down to 25 health, and I have no idea how he's still alive. Peter picking up the kill, and Adren alone now in a 1-on-2 and trying to see if he could find another rifle. I think he just wants anything but an AWP. Finally, there's the M4, and the bomb will be going down. Now it's a 1-on-1. They throw out a grenade, and he's going to try and peek through in the smoke. He takes a bit of damage. Adrian has to get this round. CLG, he can't let them back in the game, and it is ticking away underneath. He's got the kid. He's trying to see if he can sniff it out, and it's just a patience battle right now. CLG trying to hold strong inside, and finally, they're going to do it. It is a quad kill for James Cobb, also known as Hazed. What an incredible round.
Well, that is just, well, chaos. How do you break that down?
Kills. He's top fragging Hazed. He's got Mo down there. It's a bit of a fight going on, a bit of a patience battle. Flashbang comes out, and Costa, look at him taking his time. That is exactly the kind of mentality that made Kusta a big talking point to begin with. That's what you want to see. That's a really important trait for a player to have. Tarek not being able to follow up on Adrian. That should have probably been a kill. And somehow we're in a 3-on-3.
And Adrian's already watching mid for that rotate to come through. Upper Dark is, you know, Cutler has control of Upper Dark at this point. Costa hits the flick. He actually rotates in time to spot out Space. That drops the bomb. And with 30 seconds left now, that doesn't leave a whole lot of time here for Gambit to make something happen. Kusta can fall into pit. He knows that they've lost control of Catwalk. That's fine because Kusta's now got the angle onto the site. He's got the angle onto CT as well. And this could be his hero round. A 4th kill for Kusta. And now it's all on Adrian. He's been spotted as well. Kusta has no idea that he's been legged already, but he doesn't. It's not necessary. The ace for Kusta. He single-handedly shuts down Gambit on the A site. And well, that's the attention necessary. I mean, that's why we were looking at him. He's the one who's going to make the difference here for CLG.
What a big round coming out. And I mean, playing on the terrorist side, and that's Gambit Gaming. They don't exactly move up behind that. You know, they just get the first kill. You see they sort of thought about it for a minute. Should we try and rush it? But I think it is the more solid choice to just stay put for a moment. That leaves Kuster in A, Peter at long, Hazed in middle, and Cutler over at B. That means nobody from CLG can back up each other right now. Whoever is going to get hit is going to have to do it on his own, and that's going to be Kuster. A big test. He's already been headshot. There's no way out of this except death. It's space to take him out. Hazed with a very good flick and trying to see if he could follow it up. They don't need to peek him. They should not be fighting him. It's a 3-on-4 with the bomb down.
Yeah, now, well, this is playing right into Gambit's hands. They love that A site. They are one of those teams that really sticks to catwalk and push up onto that A site, and so they're going to feel comfortable with the situation. Now they've got the after plan. It is Cutler trying to do the best that he can, but it's not going to be good enough. He only gets the 1 kill going into it, but it would have been tough no matter how you looked at it there. Gambit, they had the 4 players surviving. They had control of the bomb site. Only 2 there for CLG to try and make a retake, and so that means Gambit will be picking up the first pistol of this map. It's been a bit of a T-sided pistol day so far. Astralis, Dignitas, both winning there.
By Ivy, not able to make a quick play to try and exploit that stack on B, so resetting the battlefield almost. But Blade snuck his way out a little here. He's got a little bit of room, but not much. Still on the ladder, still not finding any info. And there is Edward pushed up pretty darn close by Electric, so Blade could struggle with this one, considering there are the AWPs down at the back of Ivy as well. You can see a little bit of a peek comes out from Flamey, but it's Blade to trade out again. Welded it, finally comes into it, finding Edward, but it's down to a 2v2 here. Zeus has the shot, he adjusts perfectly on it, but Welded it on 2 is going to keep this one close. He knows where Zeus is, roughly down by the old bomb train. Flash comes out, but Zeus going on a bit of a mission here. Going walkabouts all the way around the map, and now Welded it can adjust. Chooses to go for the M4 over the AWP. Here's a molly, a flash, and a smoke, so still a little to work with, where Zeus has nothing here.
This is going to be really tough for Zeus to find him out. Well at it, though, and he takes the angle. Zeus has to find him. There's so many different places he can be in. He's just left in a really, really tough spot. That's kind of the danger when you rotate around through CT spawn like that. That's a lot of time for your eyes to be taken off that outer train yard. And the reason he does it is the danger of that AWP at the range he was at. He doesn't want to have to mess with that, doesn't want to have to get into that long-range battle with an AWP. But still, we're
play, but it's not going to do the job, and Blade going to hold the line. And that is massive for Flipside here, to not give up any room. But Guardian and Edward still going to be desperate for opportunities.
And now it's very unlikely they can actually win this round for Na'Vi, but the idea is Markov and Blade are very, very low. See if you can get 1, maybe 2 more kills. And there it is, Guardian, that's sick.
That's
now it opens it back up. Yeah, now it opens things back up.
Guardian still looking. His teammate Edward has fallen. It's still all down to him. He's got 25 HP, no utility, no armor. This should be a clean finish from Flipside here. But then again, let's remind ourselves, Marklov's low, Blade is low. It's Shara. Oh my God, Guardian! That is obscene, and he's still alive. He's still got a chance here. That's 3 kills. Blade goes down. This is unbelievable. And now 1v1. He can find Shara. He's on 3 HP. Shara has everything he needs, and he finally keeps it in check. But my God, Guardian, that was sick.
That's unreal what he just did to Flipside, and there's nothing on Flipside that can match that. That's incredible that he almost wins this round.
This shot as well.
The longest possible range you could have had. Really, really incredible stuff from Guardian. But now moving
forward, all attention towards A for the CT side, but bringing it back in, Zeus pushing himself up pretty close again. This play by Electric has been paying off, and then some. He's got the support of Flamey. He's got Guardian there down by the back of Ivy. Hell, he's even got Edward playing up by Pop. So this is a very instant contact play, and here we go. Edward's going to spot the feed coming down the ladder. Doesn't expect the second. Wayland's got another shot at it, but the second by the cherry doesn't go any better, but it's Blade again with the goods coming up through Ivy, and Markov joins in, and that's 4 kills back-to-back, just given over towards Flipside, and now Seized. Gonna have to do some insane play here. Whiffs the pop flash over the top. Gonna go for a quick, aggressive play to try and catch off the bomb plant. He gets out Markov now 1v1. Blade with 2, Seized with 2. And Blade, nerves of steel there, gets the bomb down. And Seized doing a bit of a dance of death here with Blade. Nade towards the left, Blade is low, that's 39 HP, down to 20, and a sick bit of play from Seized coming out, keeping this one again in the hands of Na'Vi. It seems that nothing Flipside do is ever good enough.
Well, that round was definitely good enough for Flipside. There were actually 2 great crossfires set up by Na'Vi at this outer train yard, and for whatever reason, it just seemed like once initial contact hasn't even moved across the map whatsoever. They've taken these battles, they've dealt the damage, they've poked, they've prodded, they've got a lot of intel. They've taken some damage actually themselves right now. Guardian doing some good work, but still Flipside hasn't committed anywhere.
Yeah, Blade still holding back on that molly. They still have those smokes. They're just being put down right about now. So the smokes to come in, going to lock off a touch of the bomb site itself. Guardian though going up on the push-up gets denied down from the push from Ivy, and now here comes a play from Flipside, aiming straight in towards that A-bomb site. 2 players already on there. Zeus will stop the initial plant, which was Waylander, but Blaze still going, and it's down to a 3v3.
There's been trades all into this bomb site, but now that it's down, Edwards looking over the smoke, doing good damage, but can't find these kills. That's a little bit of a bummer for Navi, an opportunity for him. Flamey now locked in a battle. 2 players at Flipside are very low, but they're still able to pick off Navi from range.
This has got to be surely Blade to do this. Shara solo, 15 HP, and it is Blade to find Flamey, and it's, wow, closing out towards Edward as well. A massive round from him. 4 kills to kick this one off, and a very good start there for Flipside. It was highlighted on the desk quite predominantly that there has to be a good start for Flipside. They have to get themselves rolling, and that's a really nice way to start this one out.
And Blade being the one to put up 4 kills as well, that can only mean good things. Daps cannot cover him wrapping up that ramp, and there's still 1 in the middle, and it's Get Right, obviously, with the lurk, watching the flank. Stan's going to be close. He's able to find that kill. A miss by Forrest gives him the opportunity.
But it's going to be Pitt to be the last man on the side itself. Get Right has to make a quick play, but he only has the UMPs. It's still far from ideal, but he sets up Pitt, who makes the absolute most of it. A quick deny towards Daps means it's down to Stanislaw. 1v2. He's going to put the foot, at least in the right place for now, and now be left in the 1v1. Get Right with UMP. Stanislaw doesn't have a kit at the moment, so time's going to be of the essence, and Stan's going to have to go looking for this one. He's going to find the kill, but he will be able to get back, I think, just in time if he made the hop up. And, well, it's going to be a close one, but in the end, the retake, no, he doesn't have it.
No, not at all. He needed
Stan.
to find a kit, and then he just waits it too long.
Oh, the kit was on long.
Get Right just freezes him. He was searching for it. You could see he wanted it, but Get Right plays it really, really well. Doesn't even jump. He just trusts the fact that Stan isn't going to stick that defuse. And it's all Pitt. That impact play, those 2 kills that he gets in that 2-on-3 are massive. Allowing Get Right, he takes out, might not be able to do it here.
This could be very tricky. Mixwell is not forced out of that position just yet. He has to turn, sure, but it still allows a lot of room to work. And look at it, Daps already finding exist. This is to mean NIP are going to try their luck elsewhere. Look towards the B side, look to exploit mid. Get Right gets dinked down to 19. Not a great place to be. And these 2 players at B now actually have a very good shot into this round. And NIP looking like they're running out of options. They're down to 20 seconds. They're going to have to make a play quick or just back away from this.
Yeah, they're already out mid, so they're committed. That's a huge find from Get Right. Naf is going to be forced out. He does find a blind kill. Forrest, can he find it? He does with the op, and somehow this is turned around in NIP's favor. Optic stalled them out for so long, but they have since crumbled. Rush on the flank, B tunnels. Get Right's very far away, and Rush knows this. He turns around, but it doesn't even seem like Rush wants to commit himself. He has to find Get Right. He knows he doesn't want to get into that B bomb site in the one-on-one against Get Right, so he's going to see if he can find him, but he can't. 3 kills from Get Right. That is an incredible round from NIP.
That's game-changing play. That's round-changing play individually from Get Right. And that round looked all but lost to a degree. They won the battles over by B, but Get Right was such an influential factor, almost negating any chance of a retake being built into that. But NIP, what a very slow and kind of shooting on the retake towards A if NIP do eventually build towards that manner. The Glock train does kind of play to the hands of that so far, and they've been completely allowed up cat scot-free. You've got Naf sitting on the side, who's pretty much the linchpin now, who's already on 12 HP here.
Yeah, this is a misread from Optic. The fact that Naf is so low and they haven't rotated anyone over, and actually he's caught out. He's out in the open. Pitt's going to take him down. They've even got 1 member, Freiberg, watching the flank in lower B, and actually he hears the footsteps, so he's going to get a little bit more aggressive. But now he's just swarmed, but he's got the intel. He sees 3 members of Optic coming up towards Catwalk, and NIP have plenty of time to readjust their setup.
And the danger being there's still a deagle with Forrest, and on the other side, they've used their utility right about now. That smoke's come in, the nade's been put down. Pitt doesn't even need support on this one. He's doing the work with that USPS, and Get Right just flies down, denies Daps a chance at it. And an extremely clean start from NIP, and it looked like a complete misread, as you said, from Optic then.
Yeah, maybe they must have had some idea that something, like maybe studied into some pistol rounds, and NIP might have just changed something up on them, but that was 4 players devoted for the majority of that round towards the middle and towards the B bomb site.
In the shot completely though, and Scream, he knows he's there, but he's in the open. FNX to take him down. There's low HP on 2. Finally, Smith hits a shot. Oh, and a no-scope on Taco. He's absolutely come to life behind this statue. As again, they have the man advantage, and SK has no ground at all in B. Thankfully, Fur comes in late toward drop. That'll open up something. As Smiths gets a little more vulnerable, but there's smokes behind him that's still going to give cover as Fallen takes RPK. That's traded. Bomb in the open, and Smiths 2 for 2. He gets 3, make it 4 now. 7 kills in the last 2 rounds for the CT AWP.
Yeah, say what you like about Smith, but he's performing on this map, certainly on the second up as well. Another 4 kills for him, and he's just holding strong. That was a really weird execution from SK Gaming there. They went for the surprise factor. One flashbang over, didn't use the smokes whatsoever, just tried to bundle them way out towards that upper platform. And for me, that's never really going to work out for you, especially when you know the orb's there. You're just hoping he misses that first shot, but Smith hits absolutely everything, and that brings things into 10-10, and it's broken the economy of SK as well. So Tech9 CZs, no armor, 1 smoke in the hands of Fallen. He's also got a flashbang, but that means it's normally smoking towards connector, trying to force you out towards middle. Maybe an A split, considering that FNX is towards drop down as well, but shocked. This is
that position, but he's already forward of it. He could have caught Olaf off. Good position to turn back, good awareness to turn back, because he's lost his teammate in Kiyoshima. Or rather, excuse me, in Dennis, and now it's just he inside of the site, gets caught by Jacob. So a good response from FaZe early on.
Now, Matt, you know I have 2 pet hates in this game. One of them is force buying me, you don't have to, and one of them is just rushing B on anti-ego situations in big games and huge tournaments. It's the biggest tournament we do. And that's the tightest choke point on pretty much all of the maps. Rushing B, that tiny little tunnel coming out there. They didn't really use any grenades either. Full on B rush. You've got Mac 10s to actually engage in those initial long-range battles when you first meet the CTs there. They've got Desert Eagles. You know they've set upgraded pistols. That's a questionable call, in my opinion. We know Fnatic like to be a little bit loose and trying to surprise the CTs, but that's a horrible decision, in my opinion. And they actually drop that round. FaZe fight back here. We go into round number 4, and there's an AUG out for Kiyoshima. He's trying to mix things up. We haven't seen one of those in a long time, I have to say. Krieg is starting to sneak his way into the game, but definitely not the AUG. And there's some aggressive play towards the tunnels as well.
Yeah, the first bullet accuracy at long A could be an advantage on this map without for himself. Forces AZ back in towards CT, and that now gives him cat control, like you say. So standard defaults trying to just take map away from the CTs, force them back. Another flash, same objective, same success as Jacob's forced to drop down from cat.
Textbook stuff so far. All the flashes landing, and this is the execution I'm talking about. This is what it leads up to. The smoke JW has in his hand right now, that's towards CT spawn, and this is going to be the execute. I kind of speculated before, take the AWPs out of the game. You could always fake this as well. You don't have to commit to it. Let's see what they decide to do.
Crims at long indicates they're likely going to go on this because he'll just wait to anchor the position. Good shot from AZ to start it off, though. That's one of the AWPs still with vision. He's got 2. He can spoil this round for Fnatic as he finds Dennis a 3rd. And a 4th for AZ as he jumps over and finds Flusha. You said limit the ops, not AZ. He gets explosive and a round stolen from Fnatic.
I think they're actually a little bit too tentative in their approach there. I don't think they had any flashbangs remaining when they actually went to the site. That was perfect. They get all the control, they get towards short, the smokes come in, but you need flashbangs. The flashbangs need to come over. You can't allow AZ to have that sort of vision when he's on the A side. That's insane. How clean was that? They just had 2 AWPs, that was it.
As Alex said, he is amazing, but I would say AZ's crazy. That's how pumped.
G2 going towards upper platform and shocks. He somehow finds it, takes down Taco. That's from drop down. Now Cold Zera up against it.
Cold was the one watching that position. He gave it up. He went more passive, and it left his teammate open. He needs to make up for it, but he's down to the 19 HP. First kill successful. Double AWP brought back over. Fallen's going to take down RPK, but Shox has his still in the sight. He's holding the close angle. Bomb needs to cross from Scream. Smoke will allow it, but Fur is on the flank. And his timing, this bomb is only just going to go down when Scream tries to retreat. Fur's going to be there, but he misses the shot somehow. Scream nails him. This gives him a possibility. Shox falls, Fallen finds it, but they know exactly where Scream is, and smartly he jumps back down. They're going to think he's retreated to play the time.
Yeah.
And he has a massive chance to walk around them. Fallen's looking for it. They're both considering the possibility, but there's no information to read this on, so they have to tap and bait. And Cold's so low on HP. They line up. Scream's got both.
That's godlike from Scream. That awareness, knowing that they saw him go towards the platform, that's a very strong position traditionally in that sort of situation. So it seemed, okay, he's definitely going to be up there. He times it to perfection. He jumps down, and he actually completely outplays him there. That's really, really nice stuff from Scream. We talk about his form right now, but that's the kind of play we normally see from the likes of
just there as well. And Liquid, now with the Tech 9s, Deagle, PT50, and a few, well, 5 smoke grenades, in fact. They'll be trying to, as you said previously, just get a bomb down and get a couple kills as a bonus, hopefully. Let's see if they can make it happen. They'll take the path through alley after throwing a lot of nades into the yard here, so a bit of an interesting approach.
Indeed. This alley funnel will be interesting. NBK's going to get dinked and finished off straight away there. That's a very good start here for the T's. And it looks like they might be rotating towards the B bomb site, or maybe there's some indecision kind of slowing down towards the A site now. Leech takes on Apex as well. Kenny on the high ground. How much can he do, though? Lots of angles to hunt while he scopes in. Can't see Hiko. Can't take anybody down. This could be around here for Liquid.
It's looking very good indeed. It's just Devil left against 3 now as he starts to make his way up, but it's going to be a tough one. He does have a kit, so there is time, but he can't pass the first test, which is Hiko. And that is the first round on the board for Liquid, really making that that play work. And it was really cool, actually, because they invested in the 5 smokes. They didn't just go for the straight-up yard push immediately, as you would expect from Pop Dog and from Team Main. They used the smokes to actually deposition the defense initially, and with a bit of help for them. And you have to credit Envious not peeking. And, well, we do appear to have a very quick approach. Is happy with the first defensive kill. And can Liquid, with this forward position, get anything else done here?
Indeed, they are not really close to the site at the moment, on the wrong side of the wall of smokes that they've created. They need to get that bomb down and then get away. They're at man disadvantage already. Simple on the high ground here, but there's not much he can do. There's nobody for him to shoot. The numbers of his team are running down, almost dying from the jump there. Elish putting in work though, 3 versus 3 now, and that bomb might just go down. But how many players will they have left once it does? Hiko doing his best to cover his teammate. Kenyes comes out. Kenyes can't be stopped for the moment. Elish alone now versus 3. You know he's got high sense. That's a nice 2-man spray down. Where's the last man? Doesn't know. He has enough bullets. That is an unbelievable clutch there for Elish. 3 nice 1v1s. Very solid and desperate victory there for Liquid.
Yeah, going to lift his team with that ace. That's beautiful. And that is crippling for Envious. They only just start to get things going again, only to be crushed by the ex-StarCraft 2 player, Elish. Obviously, he wasn't pro level, but that's where he came from. And, well, Elish is, as you say, you know, he's one
position, and he is lurking as he does. So Envy in a difficult situation now. NBK getting taken down as well. Simple with the Deagle, almost getting another one onto Happy, but Happy will be quicker on the trigger finger. So 2 versus 2, and perhaps the bomb can go down now, although there are so many angles to defend from. Nitro shoulder picking. I think Devil might have spotted him now, going for the other side. Hiko will be able to get his foot there. That's lots of damage done. So more problems here for Envy. Nitro getting taken down now, and they know where Hiko is. So they can opt for a crossfire situation on the connector area. Hiko trying to identify where these players are, so he can make his decisions. He's on over towards E-Box. Maybe he can try and get a close one-on-one with the other guy, and indeed he does, and now he can pick up an AK, but that clock is ticking. He needs to find that frag fast. He needs Happy to take the bait here, but Happy's a non-believer. He's always coming out now, and Hiko's going to clutch it. 10-second defuse. Does he have time for it?
I think he's got just enough time here. It's going to be a very close one, all the way down right to the end of the fuse, and he's got it. Brilliant clutch there from Hiko, but I mean, if Simple's got a deagle, that guy is one of the best players with a deagle. It's often about the raw aim. Previously, it was that B-bomb side that was the problem to hold against a force buy. So let's see if Liquid can shore up the defense there, or if the attack will come somewhere entirely different. Looks like it's going to be 8.
Yes, we have 3 men going towards Ivy once again. Are they just going to show and then go back? They won't be allowed to. Devil getting taken down immediately by JDM. Safety numbers now. Apex and Kenya trying to charge him, but he gets another 1 versus 1. There's no response here for the T's. Down goes Kenyes as well. JDM savaging what remains of Envious. NBK and Happy left now. 2 frags coming out for them as well. But can they get close to these weapons? JDM is creeping, but he can't get the kill. And see NBK trying to pick up that rifle. Can't do so. And that might be the end of the road for Envy. Went for the force. Didn't really work out. Only killed 2 players. 4K for JDM.
Yeah, 14-7. It is a pretty intimidating scoreline if you're on the T side at this point. And Envious have to shove all in once again and see if they're able to suck out in this situation. Because Liquid have a really good setup. They can obviously have their pick and choice of exactly what they want to load out with. And let's see if Kenyes can be the can opener for Envious early.
I'm looking at the mini-map there, so wondered if he was going to go for a crazy play. Sometimes people, for example, will take the bomb towards Ivy and show the bomb. Doesn't happen very often, that kind of play. Show the bomb one place, take it to another place. So 3 people towards Ivy here for Mouse Sports. They're throwing smokes into the A site, but they're still holding passive positions towards Ivy, for example. Chris J and Spiddy being very passive indeed. Slowly creeping in. Nico Dennis made it onto the site, actually, with no response here from Virtus Pro.
So we have the first Molotov thrown. It's onto the train that have guaranteed the plant, but Bialy will take down Dennis as he tries to escape after planting that bomb. And we have frags going back and forth at the moment as Virtus Pro try to work some space onto the site. And there it is, the smoke defused with the kit. This is a very high pressure play that is going to force the T's to act. Oh, Nico just barely finds the frag, and a third as well. He's not done just yet, as Snacks will get eliminated by Chris J. And that was incredibly fast, almost too fast to follow. And it was a great play. Neo almost had that defuse. It was, I mean, it must be like 100 milliseconds or something that he was away from getting the round win there.
Yeah, I thought that was a done deal, but obviously Nico was alive. they are starting to move away. So minute 10 on the clock here, and it seems that Liquid might be attempting a bit of an A split.
Yeah, just, I mean, it's hard to take risks at this point now. They've already lost the man. You know, Kenny is lurking around, could be anywhere, could very easily reposition. So I like that they're going for the safe sort of thing. Let's just throw in the grenades because they don't have too many. Let's get it in when it counts into that A yard. And they can always try to go for a bit of a fake as well. We'll have to see how it plays out now as Kenny is going to try to get in front of the smokes. And this is a beautiful position now. If they try to go out of the pop dog, they're going to meet Kenny. And there he is with the first frag on a leash. And another one. Looking pretty easy for Kenny, but finally the trade comes in. And maybe if Nitro can get another quick kill here, Hope could be alive, but that's just not happening. Nitro, the longer this takes to get that first frag, the harder it's going to be. And too exposed, the bomb in a terrible position. That will be the round for Envious. And to see Kenny as connecting as he's doing right at the start of this game is very encouraging for the French side. Yeah,
Envy off to a good start in very high spirits yesterday, horsing around in the hotel. So all in a good mood, it seems.
And there's a lot of pressure on Mousesports now to make this push work, and it's not really going so well. 2 players left in the face of the 4 that still stand for the Polish side as they hold these forward positions. And Spitty, though, able to trade back with 2 quick kills, and Taz is going to chime in there with that deagle. Surgical precision found onto Chris J, leaving Spitty in for the ace if he wants to save his team in this round, and he can very well do it. Able to get the first frag. As the smoke goes down, he knows exactly what's going on. Big advantage here for Spitty, but he must plant the bomb, and he can do so safely. Punching in the numbers is Taz. Needs to get it done with the deagle. Spitty, he has a lot of time and cover to play this slowly. He's got some grenades there as well. Looking for that last frag, but it's going to be Taz with that AK-47. Able to swap out for an AWP as well, and that will finally be a round for Virtus Pro.
Now, there are problems here for both teams. The problem is in the past for Mousesports in the sense that, again, it's another situation where if things go wrong for them, they don't have any time to give themselves enough time to make the correct decision. They have to just kind of roll with the punches there, and it hasn't worked out. And this could have happened in...
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be anything really here for Spitty. Just death. Death and despair. And doesn't even throw the flash there. I think he meant to. Pop flash comes in, and of course he gets knifed.
Oh,
nice
dear.
way to finish it off there from Snacks, who of course was the MVP of this one for sure. 28 for 14, great performance from him, and overall great performance from Virtus Pro, keeping themselves in the game despite going down 7-0 to Mousesports on the first half. Apparently Mousesports needed a better start than that.
Yeah, after that 7-0 lead, they took 3 more rounds, 2 of which were in the second half. So indeed, it was a very nice comeback from Virtus Pro in the first half, set them up nicely for the second half, and then they just rolled with it and ran over Mousesports. Very nicely done indeed. We will head to a break and then come back with a short interview.
See, it does look like they might go quite aggressive. If you've got Chris J in this pop dog position, they're definitely thinking about it, but they do get smoked off. Potential for boosting him over the smoke, but they're just going to run in with the numbers. And Dennis will get the first entry frag. Now as Nex is going to charge down the train lines to find himself very, very close to the bomb train. Oh, surely he can make this happen. Yes, Neo will go down to the spray of Nex, leaving Snacks in a very dangerous position. He's not got direct support. He's got to hit the shot, and he will. And that's going to be Nico dead now, and the bomb still needs to be collected and planted with 2 members against the 3 of Virtus Pro. This will be tough here for the German side.
Yeah, there's basically nowhere they can plant the bomb based on the positions of Virtus Pro around the A bomb site. And Virtus Pro are just waiting for that plant attempt to come in for the time being, it seems. Snacks repositioning now as his position is one that's known. Taz, it would be a gamble for him to go down the ladder, so left to buy this time. That's a great grenade coming in there, but Snacks will steal his own frag away with the nade with the AWP instead on the high ground now, and he cannot be stopped in this particular round. 3 players surviving there for Virtus Pro as they close the gap between themselves and Mousesports.
Yeah, Mousesports deciding in that round just to say, well, we're just going to run out